Hello YouTubers, we're coming right along on our tractor. Couple of things. While the radiator was loose, I was able to sneak in the fan shroud, but I really had to work at it. So you might want to put it around your fan shaft before you put your fan in. I know that doesn't make any sense because we're way far in the video about this, but I'm sure you're cussing me right now. Your air cleaner was pretty much straightforward. Bolting to the air cleaner, that's pretty much straightforward. Put our exhaust pipe in. You want to make sure your exhaust pipe clears everything. Your exhaust pipe comes up to about here in this can, and you want to make sure it's not touching the side when you bolt down these bolts or tighten up these bolts, or else it'll rub on it. It'll make a noise. Our exhaust, I'll probably replace this next time because it's thin as paper. So I tightened up my radiator clamps, and I filled the radiator. I put 2 gallons of water in it. Now, I put 2 gallons of water in it because things happen and usually do. This little plug here at the bottom started leaking because I didn't have enough Teflon tape wrapped on it. So I wrapped it all up really good with some Teflon tape, stopped the leak, and only had to drain water out of it, not antifreeze. I don't like messing with antifreeze because it's so sticky. Then I filled the radiator up, and I'm always amazed at how much antifreeze this radiator holds, or the system holds. It's a lot. It's several gallons, like 8 or something. Put our alternator on. You can see the stack of washers I have for the shim, and I have 2 up front that you can't see, but it sets the belt, it sets the pulley at the right, so it doesn't, this doesn't run very fast, so it's all right. I put a shot of grease on our fan shaft just for giggles. Tightened that all up so I can run my wires to it next. Everything's okay there. It's nice not having to engineer things, because last time I took this tractor apart, I engineered a lot of stuff, and I don't have to worry about that now. Let's see, what else did I do? Put the flywheel guard on. Trick about the flywheel guard on, it's got 4 bolts, 1 here, 1 down on this gear cover, 2 on the starter here. You want to leave them loose and then get a kind of a something, underneath it, and make sure the flywheel's clearing, because there's a little bit of play. Be careful and don't pull on it and push on it like Abner Dimwit did, and bend your flywheel shroud. So don't, you don't want to do that. Coming right along, I hooked my ground switch to my magneto up to my key switch that I don't ever use. I put my new switch in for the lights and such. I would like to turn it upside down, but if I turn it upside down, it'll ground itself on the metal here, and I can't do that. The terminals will ground themselves, so I have to have it upside down. So you have to be careful about washing this thing, because that will collect water. So be very careful about washing your tractor. I set my had problems with my throttle as well. I had to put a couple of washers underneath the top of this here to lift this up. I had to lift that up so it would clear, and now I can shut the tractor off. I couldn't shut it off before. I had to choke it off, and now it'll go full throttle as well. So all these little things, it takes a lot of time, but there you go. Also, I want to tell you about my air cleaner. When I got this tractor, this air cleaner was really dirty inside. It was terrible, ridiculous, and of course the oil bath section of it was rotten. And they're all rotten because nobody services them. So nobody services them, so you get water and crap in them, and then once you get water in it, it rusts real easy. So what I ended up doing is I cut my element out of there. Took that all out. I kind of drilled out all the spot welds and stuff, but it was a rotted, rotten mess. Drilled out all the spot welds and whatnot like that, and then took the element right out of it, cleaned it all up really good, and then kind of brazed it back together very gingerly, and it's still got a lot of rot in it, but it'll work. This had a hole in the bottom of it, and I brazed the hole in it. As you can see, the brass in the bottom. Clean out here. You can see how murky that is. It's kind of white. It's because it had water in it. And these collect water really easy, so make sure you have water in yours. And there's a fill line. I don't know where the fill line is. It's about right. You can see it about right there. About it right at the edge there should be the fill line. All right. I'm going to answer this phone and get back to work on this, so there you go.